free guide.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in Malibu. We are getting a little break from the rain right now, but it was coming down pretty heavily at times earlier this morning. So there are concerns in the recent burn scar areas, and you're going to want to be careful on the roads. All those details coming up.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carlos Herrera live in Huntington Beach, where it appears, at least, that the storm has either taken a break or moved on. But boy, did it cause a messy and dangerous commute for drivers in this area. A look at the localized flooding, the road closures, and the crashes coming up next.
Good morning. I'm Frank Buckley. A political firestorm brewing as President Trump accuses 6 Democratic lawmakers of sedition and suggests they should be executed. We're live from Washington to explain.
Good morning. I'm Jessica Holmes. As we approach the holiday season, a lot of families are in need of your support. How you can help from home this morning.
And now to the latest in your Max Doppler, a storm system working its way through the San Fernando Valley after a very long night of rain, thunder, lightning, and even the possibility of even weak tornadoes and possible water spouts as well. Showers and thunderstorms remain in the forecast as chances through the afternoon. Those chances of rain decreasing as we're seeing less cloud coverage as well. Breezy conditions, gusty winds as offshore flow expected to increase throughout the evening and especially into the overnight hours. We'll see highs in the 60s in Orange County, the Inland Empire, and the high desert. Look for a high today of 50 degrees. Much more on winter storm warnings and wind advisories coming up. For now, Ginger, back to you.
I mean, I'll say this much. Anywhere around Griffith Park, Burbank, Glendale, that rain is pretty heavy for you, so you have to be prepared. Parts of downtown as well. But first, this outstanding signal for the 405 freeway heading southbound side of Burbank Boulevard. We know those 2 right lanes are still blocked here after the concrete somehow got lifted. Then a bunch of cars hit that, and then the roadway, well, it kind of started to scatter across the lanes. A lot for them to repair here. Let's take you to look at the signal because of this jackknife big rig on the 210 westbound side at Baseline Road. So this is because of the signal is issued because of the jackknife semi. So the 2 right here closed as well. All of these going a little bit later than they were originally expecting. We are just going to give you this wide look of the commute here because we know that Big Tahunga Canyon Road. Now they put it at a mile markers, and I mentioned before I don't have a mile marker book, but I will say that it is probably closer to Graveyard Truck Trail, where they're going to talk about closing that entire stretch of Big Tahunga Canyon Road down because of all the mud and dirt and debris flow here. That is really going to be a big deal. Again, that's Big Tahunga Canyon Road. We'll watch all these things. We know there are areas where flooding continues. I'll send it back to you guys.
Residents in the burn areas of LA County are understandably concerned about possible mudslides. The heavy rain overnight also flooded freeways and intersections. KTLA's Erin Myers live in Malibu with more on that. Erin, good morning.
Good morning, Frank. We're actually getting a bit of a break from the rain right now, seeing some blue sky even. But earlier this morning, the rain was coming and going. Sometimes it was very heavy. Now, we are at Topanga Canyon and PCH. And Topanga Canyon is open right now. This road sometimes does shut down during heavy rain, but right now it is open. We drove down to Duke's earlier, and the roads on PCH look pretty good. A few rocks on the side, a few puddles, but other than that, things were looking fairly good this morning, but we did see a lot of rain earlier. This was the Hollywood Hills. Take a look. It was really coming down around 2 this morning in the Hollywood Hills near Wonderland Park Avenue and Wonderland Avenue. You could see water flowing down the street, and we know about an hour and a half later in Porter Ranch, this was the scene. Quite windy and heavy rain at Tampa and Rinaldi. And this video from around midnight on the 5 freeway near Shelton Street. The rain caused some flooding on multiple lanes. We also saw street flooding in Sun Valley and have been seeing it in several locations around Los Angeles this morning. The ground is already saturated from the other recent storms. So with this rain, there were concerns about flooding along with rock and mudslides. And we did see rocks along PCH in several areas, but not actually in the roadway, just on the side. We spoke with Jesus this morning. He said he wasn't able to work during some of the rainy days. He also says getting on the roads, you really want to make sure your car is ready to go.
I do pools. I do pool cleaning and maintenance. Pool's still going to be there. You know, I'm not losing my job over the rain, so that's good.
Recommendations for people who are on the road when we see like the heavy rain?
Oh yeah, check your tires, your pressure, your brakes. Want to make sure you got those windshield wipers all taken care of.
We've also been seeing some other issues, trees coming down with this new rain. This video from earlier this morning in the Westlake District at Olympic and Alvarado, where that tree did fall on a moving vehicle. Police did tell KTLA this morning that the driver wasn't hurt. Now back here live, does look like there could be some more rain in the forecast here this morning, but right now we are getting a little break. But if you are going to be on the roads, just give yourself a little extra time. And if you see anything like a tree down or flooding, they say call 311 so you can report it. Reporting live here in Malibu, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you both in the studio.
All right, Erin, thank you. In Studio City, a tree fell onto the southbound lanes of Laurel Canyon Boulevard, south of Fryman Canyon Road. It happened around 6 o'clock last night. The fallen tree caused traffic to build up in that area. Police arrived to help ease the congestion. If you see any downed trees in your area in Los Angeles, you can call 311 to report it.
Severe flooding in this neighborhood in Westminster. Citizen video capturing multiple vehicles driving through the floodwaters on Edwards and Homer Streets late last night. At least one vehicle had to be hauled away by a tow truck.
New video this morning of flooding in Las Vegas ahead of this weekend's F1 Grand Prix. The video taken Tuesday of floodwaters rushing down the parking garage of the Link Hotel. There's more rain in the forecast for Las Vegas today. There is a practice and qualifying session scheduled. The race happens at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. F1 does run in the rain, but gosh, if there's flooding in the streets, yeah, I doubt that they would run through that. So we'll have to see.
Well, and we're going to see more of the same storm system that direction too. And you know, all of the thunder and lightning and the gusty winds that we're expecting. So it'll be interesting to see. I believe the kickoff is in the evening tomorrow. Yeah, and so yeah, and you probably just mentioned
yeah, but or you may have heard it.
I was like, wait a second, this before. That same is your top to see more scattered rather than that moving double-barreled that was this last night. Taking a look at Santa Cruz outside Bank, portions of the San Fernando Valley, you can see there certainly are concerns continuing with those heavy downside of and as well. Wind advisory, strong wind gusts expected to continue through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Beginning this noon, winds up 30, even 40 more in the mountains in Turkey, and certainly Grapevine and portion of the high desert. The future forecast motion really get through early Saturday. We'll start to see those winds really having an impact on your mountain desert communities. But that's the major offshore flow conditions that we're going to be tracking. Really on Saturday as things eventually drop off. We talk about Vegas. Here's a look at your regional forecast. 54 degrees, 64 expected in Santa Barbara. Ventura County, let's take a look at your forecast where we're looking at about a high of 60 degrees. Temperatures mild though. Dry out. Warm, we'll see low 70s by today. Santa Clarita Valley, we should have 7 degrees, windy weather, gusty continue on 66. Temperature reach the upper 60s and the low 70s Thursday. And now a look at downtown LA, a little bit of a sun break, so relief is coming. But before we get to relief, Ginger had a really important update how the conditions are in some of the foothill communities because to all of that flooding. Ginger, now back to you.
Traffic by Jacoby and Myers.
Now we're talking about all that mud, dirt. free flow well to Tunga Canyon Road, and the best place we can put graveyard truck where they be showing that damage going in place because of all and mud debris flow there. 15 at the 30. You know, we want us to. We can tell wet. We don't have. It's actually a great ride for that stretch. North could get crowded. Talking about the F1 people to drive there. Maybe better off waiting just for a little bit so we can conditions to improve here. Maybe that rain for South Boulevard. I've been watching the ride lift, and now we're seeing those two right lanes closing miles per hour with heavy conditions all around. This is the first time you're getting information to semi update. This went as TV extended the signaler several times. It's been says out of Alhambra with car in the right heavy transponder, the sticker that will help you get here. But they're still with us, right? I'll send it back to you.
The United States now pushing Ukraine to accept a peace deal with Russia by Thanksgiving or risk losing U.S. support. The White House is stepping up its efforts on a new peace plan for Ukraine, coordinated and launched by Special Envoy Kikoff as President's chief negotiator with Russia. Ukraine said this morning it with a new peace plan back to the president. That plan would Russia war Ukraine, key including that Ukraine to surrender some territories, but it's Eastern Donetsk to Russia. It indeed, but urged Ukraine to make what state response issue.
Between the White House and a group of Democrats